14.
My overview of the consultation, luckily, is the very last appendix.
After the blue page.
After the blue page at the very end. Each of the not after the blue, but it's after that. A little bit after. There, it's appendix.
The last page is actually just an A3 showing you all the zones.
So it's appendix 13. Now, the feedback from the individual areas is at the very beginning of the report, or at the first part of the report, and it goes from Riccarton down to Merivale. So the second intensification Merivale. No, they feedback on traffic and parking grounds was pretty standard right throughout all of the areas. But as you can see here, out of the 13 bits of feedback that I've got noted, quite a large proportion of them, 6 and 7, 6 of those and 7 of those mentioned parking and traffic concerns.
That's right.
It was you look at all the factors. You have to you balance all the factors and weigh everything up against each other. But I think for the area to the west of Papanui Road, when you get down into the detail of that area, the existing zone there is Living 2, and it's one of the areas where Living 2 has actually been quite readily taken up. And what you see in that area is a lot of medium density development already under Living 2. So the potential from going from what's already there to residential medium density is perhaps less than elsewhere.
The only way you'd intensify in there is by increasing the height. And I think in the submissions that was of a concern too, wasn't it? Mm. So rather than putting more per site, they could only go up to intensify.
Mm. Well, there's not much more potential to infill, intensify.
What's the grade to those two when you get over? What's it out? It's great, but there is
but they're commercial because they're both those sites. So grey is what?
Grey is we're not dealing with it as part of phase 1. It's a zone that's going to be addressed in phase 1.
Yeah.
Or we've taken out of here to try and declutter the map as much as possible.
Well, some of them are business looking at them, some of them are park zones, you can see where there's parks, some of them will be commercial, hospital. It's just that they're not in this map on purpose at the moment, either because we haven't dealt with them in phase 1 or because we've tried to declutter the map. What we can do is give some more thought to those traffic and parking concerns. And when we come back with this map, see whether or not we need to further review it when we come back with the revisions of the chapter, like we've done with other chapters. We've come back with changes.
Accepting the logic that you've provided, and I think, it's, as Vicky said, it's pragmatic, but the area between Leinster Road, Alistair Ave, going up to what's that crossroad? Innes Road, is it? Eaton Street. So the hatched area that you've got removed and going up, to me that would seem like an area where you should consider. So just add that little bit in, because it does seem, again, we talked about the importance of corner sites in the urban design workshop, that you would actually want consistency around the corner sites. So I would have thought that there could be a case for removing in the L2, fine, not removing from where you've got L1, because actually that's where a lot of activity is happening, and extending it up to that corner.
You've got a school in there?
Don't know.
Okay, as I say, we'll have a further look at this particular map, and we'll come back with some revisions based on all the comments that I've made, that you've made, and see how, what you think. So I'm sorry, I don't have a clear guideline here.
The one that's currently
Hatched. The one that is hatched.
I see that if it's able to be intensified, it should be, and if each particular site is not able to be, it wouldn't get resource consent for it because it's already intensified, then that's covered. But there must be sites in there where you could quite easily, and I think I agree with Yanni, it's a perfect site for it.
within this, just by looking at it and knowing the area. But because of issues with Pakenham Road, I know it's really
Yeah, no, I'd prefer to see this go back to yellow. I mean, there's the argument that you've put, which is that it's already quite well intensified as L2, but there's another argument that obviously economically or from a social viewpoint that's worked. So if there is the opportunity for further intensification, even if it might be small scale, there's a likelihood that intensification would work here because intensification has worked in the past. So I'd see this go back to yellow.
Okay.
I think there is a case for that. I know the area fairly well. I managed the shopping centre for about 5.5 years, so there is quite a bit of intensification going in there anyway, and I think for it to continue would be good. There is also a lot of old houses that actually are about to go, so they could be intensified.
So it's three to keep. No, sorry, I've got it around the right. 4 to keep it in the yellow, to put it back into yellow, and 3 against doing that. Well, that shouldn't matter. It should be based on resource management decisions anyway. So at this stage, we won't do anything further to this map, and it will come back for revision at another time. But we will look a little more into the traffic and parking issues. All maps are there to go.
We haven't done Linwood. Haven't done Bishop Down. Haven't done Hornby.
What's the time now? Time now? Sure. We have a lot to get through, but as I've said, we're going to have to get some more times anyway.
I don't know.
So what time? Quarter to two, we're coming back. Thank you.
10 to 1.